Okay, this is my audience. I have 5 adults. We are at the Hampton Inn in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Don't come unplugged, please. Okay. Alright, my name is Regina Thomas. I'd like to thank you all for being here. The purpose of the speech today is I'd like to inform you how to properly fill out a blank bank check. That's a tongue twister. Okay. When you were in school, did they teach you how to fill out a check? No? Wow, okay. Not many people today even use a check. Since with the new technology, we've gone to online banking. A lot of people use credit or debit, but there still is a need for that check. You all are parents here. You may have to write a check for the tuition for your child's dance class. You may have a contractor come to your house. It's a small contractor, and they don't take credit cards. And the only way that you're going to pay them would be a check, because you surely don't want to pay with cash, not the way these contractors are today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you the parts of a check first. Let me pull out this here. Okay, on this display board, what I actually have is a blank check. And there's a tight fit up in here. Got a tight room. So, on this check, the parts of the check that I'm going to go over with you are the date of the check, which is the first line. The second line is who you're going to pay to the order of the check. This little box here is how you write the amount in numerical form. And this line here is how you write it out in written form. And then you have this section over here where it says for. Some checks will say memo. This is what you write, where you're going to fill in what it was for. And then the last line is for your signature. Right now that I've explained to you all the parts of a check, let me explain to you the purpose of each one of these. This line here is the date. You're going to date that, the date that you write the check. You do not want to post date this check. And on the payee, you're going to either write it out to the person or to the company that you're actually making the check to. And then you're going to write and start over as close as possible to the dollar sign so that they can't fill in anything else, and put in the total amount. And then on this line here, your third line down, you're going to write it out in written form on this line and start as close as possible to that end of that line. And then your memo section here, like I said earlier, this is where you're going to write in what it was for. And then last is your signature line, and that's where you're going to sign. Okay. Now, let's go through here and fill out each section. All right, today's date is, Sarah? 24th. The 24th? All right, it's June the 24th, so let's write that in here. June 24th of 2011. And now we're going to take to the order of, why not, let's just go with Main Street Dance. Everybody's here for that. Let's go with that.
I get them everything else.
Main Street Dance.
Does that mean I sent over an arm too?
It's not up to a leg yet, just the arm, huh?
Yes, it's just
Main Street Dance. And how much is tuition? Because I'm not having to pay tuition. Just for one child, how much is tuition?
One time, no, I paid for it. I paid $250.
$250 a month. That's good. All right. $250. I'm starting as close as possible to that dollar sign. That's $250. That way no one else can put in another number and change the amount to this check. Now we're going to do it in written form over here. Write it in words. That's 200. Sorry about that. 250. And since there was no cents, we write it 00 over 100. And then just draw a line all the way to the dollar sign. The 00 indicates no cents. If you would have had cents, you would have just wrote however many cents it was over 100. And then we know that this is for dance tuition. And the last thing to do is to sign the name. And always sign your name in ink, because it's not going to be legal if it's written in pencil or someone else can change it. So I'm just going to write Jane Doe. Okay, well then you can cash the check if you can get it there. So now that we have everything done, we filled everything in, everything's in ink, so we're good to go. Now that we've completed the filling this out, everyone should be fully aware how to fill this check out. Is there any questions? Yes.
I write mine $250, and then I write a line. Is that wrong?
No, it's not really wrong. You don't have to write the dollars because the dollars is already written over here for you.
Okay.
Sure.
What's the line for?
The line, this line right here,
Yes.
this line right here keeps anyone from filling out any more information on that check. Anything else? Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to thank every one of y'all for being here. And again, I think that everyone should be able to fill out a check. And thank y'all and have a good time while you're here.
Thank you.